High Court Judge John Onyiego is expected today to preside over the swearing-in ceremony of the new Kiambu Governor James Nyoro. This comes just hours after the Senate published a special gazette notice informing the public of its decision to impeach Ferdinand Waititu as Kiambu Governor. The Senate kicked out the embattled governor in a special sitting that had all the hallmarks of the Tanga Tanga and Kieleweke feud. There was a total of 38 senators in the House, with some 28 senators, most of them from the opposition National NASA, convicting the governor on all three counts leveled against him by the county assembly and voted to remove him from office. In the first count of violation, the Constitution, 27 senators voted to impeach the governor, while 12 voted against. However, in the second count, which the governor was accused of violating national laws, 28 senators voted for his ouster, while 11 opposed. The same pattern being repeated on the third count, which was rather for gross misconduct. This is the second time the House has voted to remove a governor out of the 8 previous impeachments. So joining us live from Kiambu is Francis Gashuri for the latest. Gashuri is joining us from the Kiambu headquarters. Gashuri, it's great to see you. What exactly is happening there? And do we know the whereabouts of the former governor?
Good morning, Zinzi. And Kiambu County Government headquarters is the epicenter of activities this morning. That is the swearing in of the third governor of Kiambu County in 7 years since the invention of devolution, Dr. James Nyoro. He will be taking over shortly. Remember, the Assumption to the Office of Governor Act of 2019 that was passed by the Senate and sent to by President Uhuru Kenyatta prescribes the manner and format in which a governor-elect or a governor who is taking over in line with provisions of Article 180 is to take over office. In this case, Dr. Nyoro is taking over from Ferdinand Waititu, who was ousted yesterday after the Senate confirmed his impeachment by County Assembly of Kiambu that was conducted last year. And by a majority vote, as you said, the senators upheld that decision by the County Assembly of Kiambu to send Governor Waititu home. And so Dr. James Nyoro is taking over this morning. And the Assumption to the Office of Governor Act of 2019 prescribes that the governor-elect or the incoming governor must only be sworn in after 10 a.m. and not later than 2 p.m. So we are within that legal provision of that timeline, basically that states that Nyoro should be sworn in from 10 a.m. and not later than 2 p.m. So counting minutes now to that event. And more and more people continue to make their way here. Quite a number of MCAs, I've seen them in jubilant mood here. And the security has been tightened. I've also seen County Commissioner Kiambu Wilson Wanyanga together with the County Commander Ali Nuno taking charge of matters security here, just to ensure that everything happens within a secure environment. We also told there's an attempt by Waititu to move to court to stop this process of swearing in of Dr. James Nyoro. And that's why a number of MCAs who are supporting Nyoro have insisted that no stranger will be allowed into Kiambu County headquarters. And here I have Gideon Gashara. He's the majority leader in the County Assembly of Kiambu. Gideon, there are some concerns that there is some hurry of sorts in swearing in the incoming governor.
Not at all, Mr. Gashuri, because the law is very clear. Section 33 of the County Government Act prescribe that when the Senate pronounces itself and the motion which is before it, it's defeated, that the decision is that the governor should vacate. The acting governor assume the office immediately. So we are within the law, and there is no hurry whatsoever.
Okay.
Yes.
And what were your major concerns with former Governor Waititu, if you may call him that way, as we wait for the swearing in of James Nyoro?
We promised Kiambu people to bring a very watertight case, which will see Waititu being impeached. One of the allegations, which was actually proved yesterday, was gross misconduct. And we were able to table evidence regarding the same. There was another allegation regarding also the abuse of office, and we were able to prove that indeed Waititu abused the office in a manner to award tender to his close family members. Another allegation was going against the national law, where the governor was purported, and now I can clearly say it's no longer purported because it was proved that indeed he took a parcel of land which belonged to one Cecilia, and he had actually changed to the favor of his wife. And all this allegation we were able to prove. But what we saw from his side, we saw a side which had not prepared very well. We saw a side which never tabled anything. So our case actually was not opposed, and I can clearly say it was not opposed because there was no evidence challenging our case.
As the County Assembly of Kiambu, what are your expectations in terms of Dr. Nyoro's takeover, and what would you think should be his priority areas as he assumes office?
Indeed, as a County Assembly, we have huge expectation in a manner on how governance is being done in Kiambu. We had seen previously one-man show, somebody who do not heed to any advice. We had seen somebody who have employed people, but he does not listen to the people. But what we are expecting with Dr. Nyoro is respect of decision, respect of any advice, and in particular, respect of system, because Waititu has retro regard in matter regarding the way things operate, the way things are done. Yes.
Lastly, the fate of the county executive members, CECs, what, in your opinion, as the County Assembly, should be the fate of those CECs?
That is the mandate of the governor. So it is the prerogative of the governor to do whatsoever he deems fit. If he decides to fire them, we cannot challenge him. But if he decides to retain them, so be it.
Very well. Thank you very much, Gideon Gashara. And I've also seen the Speaker of the County Assembly of Kiambu, Stephen Disho, making his way into the Kiambu County headquarters for that inauguration of Dr. James Nyoro as the third governor of Kiambu County government. And allow me, Zinzi, for a minute to take you to the exact place where the swearing in will be happening, and Dr. Judge John Onyiego of High Court, the Anti-Corruption Court in Nairobi, is expected here, and the preparations, as I told you earlier, continuing, and right outside the main door of the county headquarters of Kiambu is where the ceremony will be taking place, and that's where I want to walk to and basically give you an idea of how the situation will be looking at, like this morning here in county government of Kiambu as James Nyoro takes over. And two flags there. You can see the flag of county government of Kiambu as well as the national flag. Some preparations continue to be made here. Shortly, we are told that Judge John Onyiego will be finding himself or will be finding his way into the county government of Kiambu headquarters for that swearing in. And as soon as that event kicks off, definitely we'll be able to update our viewers on what will be happening as Kiambu County government gets its third governor in 7 years since the inception of